first line, yeah, I'm going to line these numbers. Each line, okay. I will number each line myself. Just the heading. Line 2 is empty. Line 3 is empty because I'm tabbing, isn't it? That's a heading. So I'm going to probably underline this. Underline my line, myself. And then line 4, I'll start by maybe another subheading called the food I like best. Yeah. But I'm not going to finish. I'm not going to finish. And on line 5, I would say, okay, I'll go indent a little bit. The food I like best is banku and okra stew. This is a Ghanaian delicacy, guys. But I'm lying here. That's not the food I like best. But a lot of people use that. Okay. And I'm going to stop. What do you do with files? You save it, don't you? Yeah. So you go to save as, and then you save into a location. Bernard, myself, I'll put test. And I'm just going to leave it in my documents just like that. I'll just go, okay, let me go to my home folder. Yeah, everything is there. Okay. And I'll click save. The file is saved. Okay. Now, this is the first version of this file. This is the first version of this file. So let's close it. Okay. And tomorrow, I come back and I want to do some more work. Okay, I want to do some more work. So I'll come and open this file again. And this file is, remember, it's sitting on my laptop. It's sitting on my laptop. I want to open this file again. So I go to my home folder and then I open it, this file. Yeah. Upon opening this file, I'd realized that I need to add Bernard to the top heading. Bernard. And I'm probably not going to underline it. I'll just leave the Bernard like this. This is the second version of the file. You get what's going on now. But if I want to go back to the first version, how do I do that? In 10 years, and I want to go back to the first version, do you think I will remember the line that I changed I added in the first version? Now you remember. What if there's about 50, 20, 200 lines? Will you remember which one you changed to go to the other version? So this file here is not version. To keep this is what you do. To make a version, to version it, what you do is in the folder, you save it and you call it don't save. So I'm not saving the one that so I can actually rename this and call it rename and call it V1. Okay, dash V1 version 1. And then when I come and make changes, open it again, and then I add Bernard here. I'll leave it. I'll have to save as. And then save it the same and put in the same location. And here I'll say V2. That way, I can actually see the latest the old version and the latest version. Okay. But how tedious is this? Can you actually do this? No. What if whenever you save or make changes, another program is recording everything you do. Everything you do. Something else is recording everything you do on the file, what you changed, what you've removed, who did it, when, and what they've done. Everything. It records everything. And that's what we call version control programs. It manages the versioning of your application or your file or your folder. Okay, so a typical example, and the program we are talking about today is called Git, guys. It's called Git. So I have Git, and I have my own folder. At the moment, I'm just going to use words that you understand. So if you're watching this again and you become an expert, you'd say, oh, Bernard said folder, but maybe I should have said a repository, but we haven't got there yet. So I will go into one of my repos. Repo. Yeah. And here are my repos or my folders that I am monitoring the versions. Okay. So if I go to one of them, let's take this one. And this is what you need to know how to do already. Navigating through folders and checking the content in a folder. All of these things, I don't want to teach you. Okay. So I've been able to go to my home folder into this, and this is managed by Git. So everything in this folder is managed by Git. So I can do Git commands on the folder when I'm in the folder. Status. So you need to learn the Git commands, okay? And it's telling me that I am on this branch, nothing to commit, working tree clean. There's nothing, no changes that has been done on this branch. So I'm going to show you what a branch is, what all of those things are. But I just want those who are zero to understand why we're doing this. It's all about why, what and why. The how, you go and learn. Okay, so now let me find one folder. I can do Git logs. It gives you the logs of all the things that it has actually saved. Git logs. So if you do Git log, it tells you, okay, day number on the 6th, this person made changes to this file. Okay. It has commits, and you can actually get more information about this commit. So it's using hash gibberish numbers, called commit numbers, to save record what's happening to what's happening. Okay, so here, what happened here? Someone added a feature to install. So what you do is you also write some English as to what you've done as at that time to that change. What changes have you applied to it? So you record it, and Git can actually give you all of this. Okay. Now I'm going to find out about something, which is how do I even know about changes of a specific file in Git? Okay, so this is what I keep saying, that the research last week we spoke about researching and doing your own research and Google and stuff like that. Okay, so I don't know how to do that. Let me see. I'll find out if Google knows how to get the changes of the history of Git file. And Google has answers. How to view a file. Aha. So I'm just doing Google search, and you need to know what to ask Google. Okay. So if you wanted to do a log on a specific file, if you want to view all the terminal itself, you can use the command below. Yeah. So -p and the file. Guys, you see. So we go to here and I'll quit this. Q is your friend, should be your friend. Okay. When you are in a program, like the log has not finished and I want to get out, quit or Control C. Something you need to learn. Okay, so I'll clear this and then we'll go into and find one of the files. ls. Let's talk about the celery itself. Okay, so I'll say, and then I'll say celery. Voila. You see, it's able to give me information about what has been added, what has been removed, and so on and so forth. So it's telling me from which commit and so on and so forth. So this has been removed recently, or that has been removed, and so my point is Git will manage versions, okay, of your project. So what is Git? Forget about GitHub. I'm only focusing on Git, okay? And as you can see, it's a version control system. That is it. That's the basics of Git. Because I don't want to just start showing you things, cool things about Git and how to use it and all that when you don't have the basics. The basics is that it will manage the versions for you, okay, of a project that you're doing. You can revert to the first one, and you will know what to do, and so on and so on. So anybody has any questions, or it's very, very clear what Git is?
Yep, I think the explanation is very clear. So yeah,
okay. So now watching the video,
I have a question.
Yeah.
How big is the content for Git? Like how much time someone can spend on to become a good person on managing those versions and understanding everything for Git?
This will be a question for ChatGPT. Let's see. Let's all do it. Okay. New file. Let me refresh. There you go. If you want to just do beginner level by learning the goals, understanding version control concepts, installing Git and setting up repositories, basic commands like this, the one that's been doing, making commit changes, basic branching, Git, branch, Git. Basically, as a DevOps engineer, I think if you get here, you're okay, which is probably where I am. That's more than enough. Advanced level, according to ChatGPT, 200 to 400 hours. These things are not cheap. That's what I'm saying. Please don't sleep. Don't sleep. Wake up. Collect your money. Master. Some people are doing it in 2 years. But the thing is, when you get to this part here, I think this is what you need today. Now, here, it takes you 2 weeks to get there. You can do your job. You can talk about Git. You can do all sorts. This here is where I think will take me to 70%. If I am a master here, 400 hours, 100 hours. The rest, you will gain on the job. I don't think you need to know all of this before you get a job. No, you can learn on the job. This is a very good question, Jean-Luc. Okay, and I got the answer from ChatGPT, guys. So what I'm going to do is to copy this and put it in there, because I'm using the advanced ChatGPT. Maybe your answer will be different. So what I'll do is I'll copy this and put it in there, in our document. Okay. Practice regularly, use online resources, join communities, experiment, documentation. This is it. Thank you, ChatGPT. So today we are going to do this, basics. Okay. This is what we're going to do today. And get everybody to understand what all of these are. That's what I'm going to do today. So the top level, I can use 1 hour to help you understand all of this. But then from going forward, you'll have to then go and do it yourself. Any more questions? There's no stupid question, guys. Okay, so let's go into our Cloud9 and let's go and start working on a project.
Benny, maybe I won't get an opportunity to throw this one in, even though I know we'll get to that. But you talked about something like rebase. According to the example you gave us on the file and different other, like when do we do rebase?
Okay, so okay, so as I said, rebase was far down, but let's talk about it. Now, if we go into this same analogy, what if, okay, so Git works in a way that you can take a copy of the whole project. So you can clone the whole project. So this project here, yeah, this project that I have here, and I'll quit again. I'll clear my screen, and I'm here. This project here, I can create about 10 copies of it. Okay, instead of creating 10 folders, I can actually create 10 copies of it and work in each copy differently. Okay, and this is what Git calls a branch of the project, a branch. Okay, so to understand rebase, you need to understand branching. Now, let me go to GitHub itself and show you some of, I'll find one of not very secured project, which is this one, Jenkins file. We go to setting, I think we go to insights, and I go to network. I can use this graph to show you what a branch is and everything. So okay, so the beginning of the project, and there's GitHub is the centralized server or application that allows you to save all your version control projects online. That's it. That is it. This is GitHub. It's literally the Git is what is the program that you're using to control the versions of your project. GitHub, as it's in the name, is where you can actually put it in the cloud, online, or so that it's actually not locally on your laptop, meaning that it gives you access to your project everywhere you go, and you can even share with a lot of people, and you can all work on the same project at the same time. So that's GitHub. And if you watch the video, it will tell you you can actually have your own Git server, which is like your own GitHub, but then you have to create your own server somewhere and put all your projects on it when you finish, so that you can actually work with other people. But when that server goes down, that's it. And that's where comes GitHub. Okay. I don't think I want to go too far deep. So let's go to the top. So all these lines are branches. Okay. The main code is the master. Okay, that's the main branch. So when you create a new project, it will have one first branch, which is probably you're going to name it the master branch, which is where whatever is in that branch is what everybody has agreed that we want. Okay, we will all of us here will agree that we want this branch. And then someone would then go and take a copy of this branch, and that will be the blue one. Okay, so someone took a copy of this branch and called it develop or pause to, and then they did the work on that branch separate from the master branch. This is how it helps you to actually work on a file separated from the project itself. And when you finish working on it and you are happy with the changes, and you want those changes in the master branch, you can just then merge it. Merge. And this is the next word, merge. So we've learned a branch. What is a branch and merging? You can actually add your changes to the master. So basically whatever changes you've done, and all this is recorded. Someone can also take a copy of your branch, the develop branch, and create another branch, or someone can put their changes into your branch, and so on. So I can create 10 branches. And as I was going here, you can see that there are so many branches that we've worked on. And in the end, it all will end up sometimes in the blue before it ends up here. So this yellow one here, which is the staging branch, someone took a copy of it. Okay, someone took a copy of the master, called it staging, and then started working on it. Okay, started working on it. When they finished, they ended up adding it to this. Okay, the green one, and in the end, the green one was added to this blue one. And as time went on, all of those changes went here. Now here comes rebase. Sometimes when you take a copy, that is where you're at that stage, at that time, short time is where you took the copy. Everything in it was here at this dot here. So this orange one at this level here will be exactly the same as that. You have the same content before you start working on it, isn't it? So the base of this document here, this copy here, is at this level. This is the base. Okay. And then you started working on it. Okay. You started working on it. See, this guy, he's working on it. He keeps working on the orange. He keeps working on it. But the orange still working on it. But the orange's base is down here. But look, before orange completes its job, look at how much more people have added to master. So there's a lot of divergence. There's a lot of differences. A lot more people have added a lot to master. This guy is still isolated. He doesn't know anything about master. Whatever they are adding to master, he doesn't know about it. So what you can do to this your branch, which is these are the changes the guy is working on, and as you click, you can see it will tell you, gives you more information. So this is just a hub. This is not Git. It's GitHub, but it also behaves like Git. So what the orange line can do at a point is do a rebase. Okay, so now the base is here. If you rebase it, it can come, you can rebase it up to here, so that all these changes that has come in will then be in here. So it will be like, okay, as if you took the copy from here. You get the point?
Yeah, I'm getting it. But that means you will keep your past, like this yellow will keep the past changes you've been using or you've been doing.
The orange you're talking about.
Yes. Yeah.
It will have its own changes. It will have its own changes, but it will add, it will make sure, it will make it look as if they took the copy from here, which then have all these other people's changes. Okay, so that you are not isolated, because people are adding more things. You're working on one file. Maybe you're working on this, and maybe you're working on this file, but in this folder, there are 20 files, including your one, and everybody knows that you're working on this one. Okay, but everybody here has gone and taken a copy from where when you take a copy, and they've all treated myself. But on your branch, you only have one file, which is yours. So master probably have 10 files now, or 10 changes, and yours doesn't. Maybe someone has even gotten a copy of yours and changed something here. Line 4, you have changed line 5. You are just working, adding more content. And someone decided I'll change the heading. So they took a copy and they changed the heading. If you rebase, what will happen is you will get that changes that that person did as well. And then obviously you continue doing your work. Okay, because it will look as if you took your copy from when the guy, everybody made those changes and added, so you have it. That's in a nutshell how, but you're gonna have to go and watch videos. You can watch 2-minute videos about Rebase. Just go to Google and just type YouTube and type introduction to Rebase, or tell me about rebasing.
So Bernard, if I get you right, so changes that other people have done will not conflict with what you are doing, because what you are doing is just
there might be conflicts. So
there might be conflict. All right.
There might be conflicts. So you have to resolve these conflicts. There might be conflict, but if all of you are working in sync, there will not be conflict. So you were meant to go and make changes, add more content. So you are meant to go and add 6, 7, 8 going. And then someone was tasked to go and change the heading of this file. But while you're doing your job, you also found a new heading and you added hey, yeah, to it. And this person also in their branch went and changed it to hey. That line there will be conflicted. Just that line.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, just that line. So conflicts occur when you are trying to bring code together that has different changes on a specific line or block. And that's where GitHub or Git will allow you to choose one.
Okay. Yeah.
Choose the one that you want to add to the final file. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can. There's so many times, a lot of conflicts. Okay. Any more questions? Kofi, you're not asking questions. Kofi, ask question. Can't hear you.
Oh, I think I get everything up to this point. So
Okay.
I'm just contemplating on how to continue because I'm lagging behind. Like last week I wasn't able to join. So I just
Oh, last week, what did we do? You can watch some of the videos. It was as what is a server, blah, blah, blah. We didn't do a lot of things as in practicing things. We did something like this, but it's different from what we're doing now. But the videos are there anyway. Okay, so you need to watch those videos. So we are not building on last week. This is a new tool that I'm introducing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Abdullah.
Yeah.
Got any questions? Does
No,
it
I understand
make
that to this
sense?
point. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Now comes the hard part.
Bernard, just
Yeah.
one quick question.
Yeah.
You know, when we were trying to explain GitHub, you said we can, or people can create their own sort of hub.
Yeah. Oh, not hub, projects.
Now, when you were saying, you said there is GitHub,
Oh,
people can
yeah,
sort of create their own servers.
Okay, yeah.
Now, if you have a different sort of GitHub or another model of GitHub, would you be using the same Git program to sort of push your files? And
there's another one. If you watch the video I shared, there's another project also called, I've forgotten the name, but everybody use Git.
Git, okay.
It's only Git.
So you can use Git with another sort of
yes.
hub that is not GitHub. Okay,
yes.
Yeah.
So Bitbucket is also another hub.
Yeah.
They have so many other hubs. AWS has their own hub.
All right.
Code Base. I think it's Code Base. Microsoft has Google has their own hub.
Yeah.
But because GitHub chose a good name to create a project or a program, and the most popular program is Git, and then they went and created GitHub. Everybody thinks that it's related. No. Yeah. So when you actually watch the videos, if you want to search, if you go into the search bar, it will autocomplete and tell you like Git and GitHub. So if you say introduction to Git, intro to Git, see, automatically there's a GitHub as well. And they will tell you what the differences are. So yeah, you need to put in an effort in Git and GitHub. I'm only going to obviously teach you. Where's my ChatGPT? Teach you the ones that we are going to learn today, which is a couple of commands that. Where's my ChatGPT? Where's my ChatGPT? Oh. I'll find it, don't worry. So today we're going to focus on you. Wow, what a lot of Windows. Okay. And let's close some of them then. Oh, I see. Right, let's close some of them. Okay, so let's focus on Git. So I want someone who here doesn't have a GitHub account.
I don't.
Okay, let's create one.
I have one.
Okay. Okay, we're going to create one. I've got one, but I'll go take you through creating a GitHub account. It's free. Free. When you create an account, it's free. Okay, so you need an account. One mistake I did starting, I didn't know about it. So my username, I thought maybe you can create one account per. You can create one account per, but it's hard to manage. I don't like it. So this account that you're going to create, please make it professional so that you can use it going forward. One other thing is, some companies might ask you for your Git. They say, okay, share your Git with us, and they will go and see projects that you've done, work that you've worked on. It will tell them everything anyway. So to create a GitHub account, this is what you do. Let me close all these windows.
We'll buy you a new keyboard.
Yeah.
You're punching too hard.
Yeah. Even this one, I've spared it. I'm not punching it hard enough. Okay, that's that actually. So I'll open a new folder, new one. I'll move this here and put this here. I don't want people to see my personal stuff too much like that. So put this here. This is what we're going to work on. Okay. Now, to open a GitHub account, you just go to and say github.com. To be able to do that, I'm going to log out of all accounts. And this is what you should get. So I want people to follow the steps and get a GitHub account. It will be needed. One thing I might have not said is this Git and GitHub allows you to work as a team on one project. I think all the explanation I've given you may suggest that a lot of people are working on one project. And that's why person A will take a copy, work on it, and push it, stuff like that. So you go there and you sign up. Voila. Microsoft bought GitHub. So now it belongs to GitHub now. So the rest is up to you, okay? And I think it will allow you to put your email address. So let's see, Bernard, I don't want to do another one. .oppon@gmail.com. Continue, and it will ask you for a password. So can someone share their screen? Who, Kofi, are you doing it? Abdullah, can you share your screen and do it? Let's see. I don't want to do a new one.
Let me see.
Okay, so the share button is on Teams here. See where it's got leave. This button is the share button. The next one out next to the red, and you've got the mic and the camera. Are you there yet? Abdullah?
I'm trying to share my screen, so.
Okay. Kofi? You don't. I know you don't have a GitHub account.
Yeah, I'm creating it. I'm creating the account.
Okay, share your screen then. Abdullah seems to be. John-Luc has a GitHub account. Paul has one. Alphonse has one. Eddie has one.
Is it not sharing?
Yeah, I think the share button has been highlighted. So
Is it okay? So I stopped sharing. Let me see. Let me see. Why? So Kofi. Let me see. That's for make an attendee. What's an attendee? A participant's role determines whether they can share, mute, or change. Okay. Kofi, try again.
okay. Only meeting organizers and presenters can share. Don't know.
Teams, man. Make a presenter. Change. How about now? You are a presenter. How about now?
I'm trying to select. Yeah, I think it's visible now.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Of course, you're not going to show us your password, are you?
I've done that already.
We can. Username. Don't. You're going to be typing this name a lot. Okay.
Okay.
And Kofi at 9 might be a username, but when you're doing automations, some programs you might struggle to use the @ sign. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe underscore or Kofi at 9, you can make it 89.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think I'll use the underscore.
Kofi 9.
Something like
this is a dash. It's no underscore.
It's no underscore.
But you can, if dash is okay. Dash. Or what I've seen is people just don't add any spaces or dashes. They just write a whole word.
Oh,
So
okay. Maybe
you can say
Kofi 9 be okay.
Kofi 9 Owusu or Kofi Owusu or whatever. But Kofi 9 might have been taken. Let's see. Kofi Owusu 9 or Kofi 9 Owusu.
Yeah, I think this one will be okay.
You see, it turned green. Kofi 9, someone is taking a long time. And voila, welcome to GitHub, your gateway to Git. Now you need to go to your email and do all sorts. So in this chat or in the WhatsApp group, can people put their usernames, Git usernames, so that I can add you to a project? We are all going to work on a project. In this project, everybody is going to create one file Yeah. And they're going to write myself, 10-line myself. One of the heading, I want you to, in that same file, create a heading or a holder for other people to also add their other people to also add their assessment when they've read myself. So I'll do mine first, and then you'll all see. And I want people to be able to go into people's files and go and play around with it by also adding their own assessment. Can you, oh, you stop sharing? Okay. So I'm going to share, yeah. And this, we're going to use Cloud9. Okay. So now we're going to learn Git. We know what it is and why it is. We're going to do some of the hows. Okay, some of the hows. And this is all I can do for you. I will introduce you to some of the hows, and that's it. The rest is you and your God. Yeah. So let me go into Cloud9. Share my screen. Sharing screen 2. Allow. Okay, so let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I'm going to AWS. I have forgotten my user. Today, before we finish, I'll teach you something. Remember how we were creating one AWS account each time? It's so hard to find out which AWS account is you've got and so on and so forth, but there's a trick. I'll show you today. So, but for now, I'll just go to Google. I'll go to, yeah, Google. I'll go into my mail box. Don't read my images, my messages. So gibberish anyway. This is not my inbox for your information. This is my fake one. I'm not going to share my normal one, am I? And I'll search for AWS and getting started. This one is to delete. I think I have one that was test. So I'll just copy this and search that one instead, because I always had added my name. There's nothing. No. It's going to be all messages, isn't it? Plus 2. Okay. Okay, first things first. Let's find the way AWS sends the message. Let's find the way AWS sends the message. AWS. This one. How? This is the verification email. No, that one. Okay. Aha, this is what I'm looking for. But if you want to search in your email to find all of it, this is what you need. This here. AWS setup confirmation is what you need to search. But we're not going to be doing this anymore anyway. There we are. I have one that was for to delete, and I have one that's for train test. I think I've deleted the the other one. So go to AWS. You need that email. We haven't done anything in AWS. So yeah. Oui. Oui. Or maybe did I delete it? I mean, okay. We are not learning AWS, guys. We haven't got there yet. We are not learning AWS. So everything I'm doing is wrong. This is not how you manage an AWS account. I repeat, it's wrong. Okay. I just want to get into Cloud9. And that's all. We are not learning AWS yet. I just wanted to get into Cloud9 so that we can all use Cloud9. So if you're watching this video, remember, that was not the purpose. You'll be like, why is he doing that? That's not how you do it. Why? No. When you become an expert, you find out that, oh, actually, what Bernard was doing was very, very, very wrong. You don't do this in a production environment or where you actually have proper data. This one's okay. Right. Everybody needs to get into their Cloud9, please. It takes time to get there, but you'll get there. Now, new Linux environments like Ubuntu come up with Git pre-installed. Remember, Git is a program, just like Word, just like PowerPoint is a program. Git is also a program. Okay, you just have to know how to use it. Remember this prompt we did last time? It's still here. So get into your Cloud9. I don't want any cosmetics. I don't want you to do any. Actually, no, I'll leave it for now. So I'm here. Find out if Git is installed. To do anything in Git on the command line, the first word that you type, command you type is Git. Linux knows that then you're actually trying to use the Git program. Because this is all commands, if I want to use Word document, well, it's not here. I will say Word. And then
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Does it mean I would have to create a new account because the last time we created one, we deleted it? So
if you don't have an AWS account, yes.
okay.
You have to create a new one. But when you do create this new one, I think I want you to use your normal email address if you haven't used that one, or call this one plus main. Okay. I'll show you what. So create a new one and call it, do your email plus main AWS account. And that will be your AWS code account going forward. Point is, you can create multiple AWS accounts under this AWS account. In that way, when you want to find out which AWS account has been deleted, which one you're using, all of that, you can actually go to one place to find all the AWS accounts you're working with instead of using different email addresses. Still, you're going to use email addresses, but you have a list of all your AWS accounts under one AWS account. Yeah.
Okay.
So create the main one. Okay. So my point is, command line, when you want to use a program, you type the program name and then what you want to use the program for. Like cat is a program. Vim is a program. It's an editing program. All of these are programs, and Git is the program. So I type Git, but I want to know the version. If you type Git, and if Git is there, it gives you something, because Git will say that, oh, you can't just use me on a just like that. You have to add something. So here, the usage is that if you want to clone a repository into a new folder, initiate a repository, add, remove, restore, you do you add this command to Git. Okay. So when you do Git, you need to say, I want to add, and then add will tell you what you want to add. One thing I should have shown you in Linux and CLI is something called man. Man is a program that will give you the documentation of other programs. So if I want to man Git, says that, give me the documentation, show me the documentation of Git, and voila, everything about Git is here. Okay, to the core, everything is there. And this is pre-installed. It's not even going to internet to get it. With or without internet, you get this documentation. Each program, well, proper programs. Not the program that I develop, I don't think I add documentation, but hey, it gives you documentation. So man, if I want to man and you quit, remember I told you about Q. Q is all I type to get out of that document. If I want to man the program cat, again, it tells me about cat, how to use it, what it's all about, and so on and so forth. And cat is finished. The document is not a lot because cat is not doing a lot. Okay, so I quit. One other thing is help. So if I want to get help of how to use Git, I can do --help. Okay, and it gives you some information. This is the initial information we got without adding anything. So it says you can do this and do this. So if I want to help on Git log, I can say Git log help. So now I want you to deep dive into the log command. When you get to Git, the log one, how do I show commit logs and stuff? And it will, I think it will go and then open more. So here it says the name is Git log, show commit, and what you can do with it. It's all there. A lot more. And this is what I'm talking about, not sleeping. I'm not expecting you to read all of this, but you need to know a lot. Okay. But it's here. If you know how, where, and what, you can find it. So, okay, now I want to maybe do this. I want to do this. And then you go and find the information. Okay. Quit. So point is, and I'm going to clear, point is, before you use Git on the CLI on a Linux machine, you always type Git first. That's your first thing. So I just wanted to let you know. Now we know that Git is installed. I'm not going to install Git. As I said, most applications, OS, Linux OS, it's now pre-installed with like Git. When you install the operating system, it will have Git. That's how popular Git is. So I'm not going to take you through how to install Git. No, we're not here for installing Git. You can play around with Git installation yourself. But Git is there. So first thing is, you could go to GitHub and start a project from there. And then you can pull it. So two things you have to understand is GitHub is live. Everybody's adding things to it. Whatever you do on your laptop is local. So if you make a change, you have to specifically, you have to say, I want this change to be also present in GitHub. Else, whatever work you're doing, if you lose your laptop, it's only on your laptop. It's not going anywhere. And that's why you have to push everything up to GitHub when you finished or while you're doing your work or something, so that it's in the cloud, isn't it? It's up there. And if you want someone else's work to be on your local laptop as well, you can then pull. There's no sync between them, as in what I'm doing here on the local Git is present automatically in the one in GitHub. There's no sync. You have to initiate the sync. You have to push and pull. Push to origin and pull to local. Yeah. So we are going to look at all of that. Now, I'm going to create a folder, and I know everybody knows how to create a folder. mkdir. Okay, you can do this, but we'll delete it after. Okay, mkdir, and you can follow up on your Cloud9, and we will say git _2 git init, yeah, and we call it to delete, so that we know that we have to delete this. Okay, so I'm creating a folder. In this folder, and if I list is there, I'm in it. Oh, the prompt that I did, it takes, okay, no, I'm not in it. Okay, I'm not in it. Okay, so now I can change into that folder, which is command. The program you use to go into a folder is called change directory, cd, change directory. And I'll say I want to go into it. So now I'm in there, and if I do pwd, you see that I am there. I'm in the home Ubuntu environment, git init to delete. Now, if I do git in this location, there's nothing. This folder is not a Git folder. It has not been initialized. You haven't told Git to start recording whatever you do in this on this folder. So now this is a project. I've just started. The first stage is I have a folder name. So we want to convert this into a repository, okay, a repository, or a project that Git can start recording all the changes. Because at the moment, this is just a folder. Git doesn't know about it. So if I create a file, Git doesn't know about it, whatever, it's not there. So the first thing you do is git init. So git init will create an empty Git repository or reinitiate an existing one. It's there. Okay. So we're going to initiate this folder as a Git repository. Okay. So if I git init and I think I don't add anything to it, it will initiate the folder that I'm in. But if I add more, well, this is where you can actually go and find out about Git init. But all the while, I've already told you that I'm going to teach you what and why. The how we can find. Okay, we can find the how. All I want you to know that a folder needs to be initiated so that Git knows that this project I need to monitor and all the changes or the versions. Okay, so I'm just going to run it. I'm not going to research this. I'm just going to run it. I'm about 80% sure it will work, and voila. Okay. Now this project has been initialized and it's empty, and that's it. So this folder now is Git, a repository, and Git knows that anything you do in this folder needs to be monitored and tracked. So if I do ls, what did Git do? It went and added some things to the folder on its own. So it's added its own file or repository there that is going to keep its things in. So it's there. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't get how you run Git init in from the home directory and then affect the Git delete file would be created.
Okay, so I really don't like this prompt. I don't know why. I don't like this prompt. Anyway, so what happens is, can you share your screen, our phone? So Paul, let's do it from yours.
Okay, let me do so.
So I want you to be in Cloud9. Aha. So, okay. So in Cloud9, you created the Git init to delete. Yes. Before you did the Git init to delete, you did pwd ls. And there was nothing in it, wasn't? So
yeah.
As at that time, look at when you were in the folder, how things were. Okay. Oh, you typed cd first. Oh, you shouldn't have.
I just wanted to go back to home directory because that's where I was looking at your screen. It was there.
Okay. So what you did was you have initiated the home folder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So the Git init will initialize the folder that you are in.
Yeah.
So copy, obviously this is Cloud9, we will throw it away, but what we should do is undo. How do we undo an init? The how. Okay, so let's go and find out how to undo a Git init. Is there a way to undo a Git init? Let's see. You can just delete the git folder. Okay. Yeah, you can just delete the .git folder. Yeah. Okay. So in here, let's search for .git folder. So type ls -alt or -a, because .git, if you type ls on its own, it will not bring you any folder or file that has dot in front of it. In Linux, if you create a file and you add dot in front of the name of the file, it means that you want this file to be hidden files. And I think Windows has that as well, some hidden files. So to hide a file, you put dot in front of the file name. Now, we're looking for Git, exactly. So do rm and then Git. You need to add -r because it's a repository, so we want to remove it recursively. Everything in it, yeah, -r, and add Git into it. Enter. It's gone, so it's no longer a repository. Okay, and as you can see that what Cloud9 does is whenever it goes into a repository, it shows you the branch you're in. That's where you were seeing the master.
The master, yeah.
That is the current branch you're in.
Yeah.
Okay, so the master branch is the default branch that you are working in. So if you go into any folder that is a Git on Cloud9, it doesn't happen anywhere because this is how the prompt has been configured to do. So now you need to go into, go to the top where you did the PWD, the home Ubuntu, copy that name, the path, and go in there. Yeah. And then CD into this part. This is the absolute path. Guys, I've added a word here. Absolute path is something that you write down and go and find out about paths. Controls, and then enter, and it will take you directly to the Git init to delete folder. Exactly. Okay. And then you do your Git init. So remember, if you're initializing and you're not going to put the absolute path you want to initialize, so here you can actually add the path to it. You have to be in the folder that you want to initialize.
Or add the path.
Or add the path, yes. But we are not doing it. So now you've initialized it, and now it tells you that you're in the master branch. So if you go into a folder and it gives you that in Cloud9, it tells you that this folder, whatever you do, Git is recording it. Okay. So this is your folder. And you have initialized it. So if you do ls-a, you see that it has gone and installed the Git folder there.
Yeah.
Okay. So who has got here? Who hasn't got here out of the 6 of us? Who's not here yet? Everybody here. Kofi, are you here? Have you got to this stage? Have you done your AWS?
No, I haven't. I just want to watch what you're doing today and continue later because I can't. It's taking me a long time to create the AWS account and stuff. So
okay.
I just want to observe.
But guys, every day that we meet, we will be working on Cloud9 every day. And that's the purpose of Cloud9. Okay. So before you come into the call or a day before, make sure that you are able to log it into Cloud9, have it ready, and so on and so forth, because else we will be lagging a lot. Every day that we meet, we will be using this Cloud9. Okay. So if you deleted it, I didn't delete mine.
How did you copy that?
Sorry, Alphonse, Paul, you're saying, John Luke.
Okay, Paul was not on mute. I was asking, how did he copy the Git repository from above to bring it? I was following the path to delete it and remove it, but the way he copied it and ran
So
it.
he had already done PWD at the top. PWD, as we all know, is print working directory, which gave him the absolute path of the working directory that he was working in as at that time. So if you can share your screen, we can take you through it. Because if I know where you are, I can help you from there. So, oh, both of you are in the office. These guys are serious. Wow, it's amazing, impressive. I will work for you too. Right. So now you are still in the home folder. Okay. We are still in the, oh, you changed, you logged in and it took you to home directly. Okay. So you've deleted all of this and all that. Okay. So what you have to do is, I know where the folder is. So you need to go to environment. So you're on the home.
Which is this one.
This is your path. That's it.
I have to put this home, or I just only take
you can put it or not. It's still going to work. And enter. Oh no, you have to add the tilde in front or remove the front, the forward slash in front. So remove the forward slash in front. This is what I was talking about, parts, folder parts. Just no, remove the yeah. So the folder parts, and this is something you need to go and work on, parts. There's an absolute
That's
path.
what was confusing me.
Yeah. So here you are in the folder you want to initialize, you run your Git in it, and then it will initialize that folder. Okay. So I know Kofi is not here. He'll do it. Jean-Luc, you're there. Abdullah.
Hello?
Are you there?
I'm not there. I'm trying to get there.
If you
And
can share your screen, we can help you quicker.
I'm trying to share my screen. Like, I'm not used to this.
That's okay. That's okay. We will top up tomorrow morning as well.
So I'll try and like go through the whole thing after we are done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you can share your screen, I'll be really happy.
Okay, because I'm not. Okay.
Eddie, might I ask if you are there or not?
Yeah, I'm there.
Exactly. Happy days. There you are.
Hmm?
Oh no, you put the camera on instead.
Yeah.
The share button after the camera. There's the mic and there's the
share button. Yes.
Click that one. Yeah. And then I should ask you what you want to share. You want to share
Content only.
Yeah. So screen, window, or tab. And then when you click that, it will ask you. It will give you another pop-up in saying that select. So you drop down and it will ask you which one you want to share. Let me share my screen. Oh, I can't share my screen and share, can I? I can't share my screen and show how to share because it will not be there. 1 minute.
I think I have to do my privacy. I have to set my privacy.
Yeah. Let me log in twice and see in another container. Okay, let's do personal Google. Oh yeah, I can actually do personal coupons. Yeah. Okay. Go to WhatsApp, copy the link, and log in again. You should see me twice. Copy. Log in again. And as it says, I think anybody with this link can log in. Yes. Happy days, happy days. So I will mute and join. Nope. I'll do it again. Why is that? Personal Google. Do it again.
Okay.
Okay. So, oh, you're sharing. Happy
Can
days.
I see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so now we can see your screen. So here, so basically what you Mac people, you're on Cloud9, fine, okay. Currently you are in environments, so you don't need to look. If you look at where it says EC2_user, and yeah, It says, you see the line you're on. There's a green word. Easy
Yeah,
to understand.
yeah.
That's the user that you've logged in. And from that onwards, I know the machine you're on is not what we are using. So we need to actually go back and do it. But we will use this for now.
Okay.
So you are on a different Linux or Linux distribution, which I'm not an expert there, but Git will work. Now, currently, you need to know which folder you are in. And the folder you are in is the blue one. So the user you are using is the green, and the folder you are in is the blue one.
Environment.
That's the folder you are in now, and that's where you're going to do all your work. Okay. If you type pwd, it will give you the path of where you are.
Okay.
So enter. So this is where you are. Home, EC2 user, environment. That's the path of the folder you are in exactly. So wherever you are on Linux, before the $ will give you information of where you are. And if you've made changes like I did to my prompt, it will not give you. So you have to find it. And to find it, you just type pwd, where I am, print working directory, pwd. Okay. And then it tells you that this is where I am. You cannot go anywhere if you don't know where you are. You can't start anything if you don't know where you are, who you are, where you are. It's easy. That's the thing. So this is where you are. Okay. Now, in this place, you're going to create another folder. And this is mkdir type dot. It means make directory, make there. But you need to add the name of the directory you want to make.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Remember, you call the program and then everything else continues. This program, I want to use this program to do this. So make there. So type it again. Space.
Yes.
And then whatever name you want to call it. We called it to delete.
So space to delete.
Yeah, whatever name you want to call the directory. You are creating a folder.
Oh, okay.
The name of the folder you want to create.
Okay. Got it.
Now you have already created the folder. So when you list the contents of this current folder, your new folder should be in there. You get it?
Okay.
So list the content, guys. I'm not going to say it again. Well, I'm not going to. I think I'm going. I can't say it enough. This basics of how to list the folder, how to create a folder, change into a folder, you by now should know. We are the purpose of this is not, as I said, to teach you how to open a door to go and drive. The purpose of this is to teach you how to drive. If I say list, I want you to start listing the content of the folder. Know these commands. Don't sleep. And those commands are the top of the document. All of those should know by now. Doing it a lot. One command you do. Okay. So if I want to know what is in this folder, I need to run a command, and it's ls. And then you enter.
Okay.
This is it. Now you can see that in this folder, there are one file and one other folder. What it does is it tells you a color. The color blue says it's another folder. So when you want to go into that folder, you do cd, which is change directory, space. Whenever you type the program you want to use to achieve whatever you do, you put space. And then you add the name of the folder you want to change into.
Okay. So
again, so ABD. Enter. You realize that now it's environment/ABD. You are in ABD now. So if you do pwd, it will tell you, and you enter, it tells you that this is the absolute path now. Before, it was just home EC2 user environment, but now it's home EC2 user environment ABD. So this is where you are now. This folder is what you are in. Okay, so now for Git to start logging and managing this folder, you do git init while you are in the folder. That's it. It has to be space. Git is the program. The action you want to perform is init. Exactly. And you enter. That is it. You have initialized the ABD folder for Git to manage. If you want to get out of this folder, and this is where I want you to go and learn CD and all these things. If you don't learn these things, you will not go anywhere. So I want to get out of the ABD folder. You type CD space ... So I'm going back one. If you're going back one, I'm going to the environment folder. So I'm just going back one. You put 2 dots.
Okay.
And enter. You're going back one. If you want to go to where you just came from, there's another command, which is cd space dash. You have to, all of this has to be in your head. This basic ones has to be there. This is the chew and pour. You have to do. So type cd space dash.
Space dash.
Just dash. Enter. It goes back to ABD.
Yeah.
What happens if you just type cd? It took you to the home folder.
Oh, okay.
You see, what is CD? Just go in one day, 1 week, just go and watch videos of Linux CD. Practice, practice, practice. This is why I gave you the Cloud9. When you finish, go and practice LS. These are all programs. Go and practice, make there. Watch videos, practice, 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 because else we will not go anywhere. Okay, so now you've gone into a folder. You just type CD and it's taking you to another folder. Can you show me where you are, which folder you are in? What command do you have to run to tell you the exact path of this folder you are currently in now?
Is it pwd?
There you go.
Yeah.
Voila. It says that you are in home EC2 user. Okay.
Yes.
Now, I want you to go back to the folder that you were in before you got here.
See. This.
Voila. See? Just CD. You can watch videos of CD YouTube easily. You go in there. All the commands I've put in the... Don't think that you can read it and you get it. Forget. No. Take one of them, go to Google and say, you have to type, obviously, introduction to Linux CD command. Video. Linux CD command. Video. And someone who's an expert who wants your money because you're watching his video will do you good. Each command, learn it, ls, cd, make there, pwd, whatever. Go and learn it. Don't assume that you can read it and know. Trust me, you will not. Can't read one and know. Well, some people can. I'm not one of those people, because you need to practice with this. And because if you're not practicing, it's not going to get in. Okay, so now let's go to Git.
Okay.
This folder has been initialized. Okay, Now we're going to use another program to create one file, okay? And the program we're going to use to create one file is called Touch. I'm going to teach you a trick. You know the tab button, tab.
Yeah.
Linux will autocomplete things that it knows, commands that it knows. So if you type TOU, we are going to use a program TOU, it's called Touch, and click the tab button. It will autocomplete the word you wanted to do. So tab. Are you clicking tab?
Tab.
Yeah, tab button, the tab. What's the name of the tab button on Mac?
It's still the same.
Okay.
Tab.
Oh,
tab.
No, I think it's got an arrow with a pipeline.
Yeah, arrow. It's got, yeah.
Arrow with a pipeline.
Can someone take a picture? Can someone take a picture and put it on WhatsApp, please?
Wait.
Okay.
The Mac people.
I've seen
there
it.
You go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you found it, yeah?
Yeah.
So I could have made you to type the Touch, but
yeah,
I know that it will be easy for you when you're using the autocomplete function of Linux. Now, Touch is a program. You need to go and learn Touch. And they can do a lot more. So don't think that today Bernard showed me Touch and that's it, I know it, and tomorrow I can, from my own way, think I'm going to use Touch. No, it's not going to work. You have to go and practice, use it, practice, and even get more out of it. So we're going to touch a file called myself. Now it's one word, small letters, myself. You can't auto-complete because Linux doesn't know this file.
yeah.
So it can't auto-complete for you. Now you're going to create the file. It's now coming from your own head, isn't it, the name? So myself, one word. No, the S, make the S capital letter.
Okay.
Everybody, please do this. Dot txt, tx, x, text, t. Yes, enter. Now list the content of this folder.
I should list the content
of the folder, yes. You use the program ls.
ls.
You see, the file that you just created is in this file, it's in this folder. Yeah?
Yeah.
So you touched it directly in a folder that you're in. Okay. Now, what is the status now of your Git, of this folder? What is the status? What you do is you type Git status.
Together?
No, as I said, Git is the program, and the command you're going to use on the program is the status. So always space. Look what it's saying. It's saying that, oh, you are on the master branch. You haven't committed anything yet, but I have seen a new file which is untracked. Yeah. So whatever you put here, Git is actually recording it and managing it. So one thing I'm going to show you is stages. Okay. So Git has a working area, a place you do your work. So currently you are in the working area. Yeah. And then when you finish working on a file, you see how it's red. It's still in the working area. And I want people to go and watch videos on Git staging and all that. Okay, staging. Now, you need to move this file to the staging area. I might throw dust in your ear, on your eyes, because I'm not really, this is the other 30% that I don't know, but we can all learn together. But what I know is when you type git add, yeah, It says use git add to include in what you will commit. Okay, commit is an English word. You want to commit something. You want to actually say, I want add this, I want it. Yeah. So it says git add, type git add dash, and which one do you want to add? And type myself. Now if you type my and tab, my my and tab.
My and tab. Okay.
Tab. You see, because he knows that this file is there, autocomplete does it for you. You get my point?
Yeah.
You can't just be typing every day all the words. Tab. If you tab and nothing works, then you know, oh, Charlie, I have to type it myself. So it says, I want to add this file. You enter. So you've added it to another area, from the working area to the staging area, I think. Now you're going to commit it. So do git status again. Let's see what has happened. See?
Okay.
It says, now the file has been added to the staging area, isn't it? Well,
yeah.
I'm calling it staging for now, but you go and watch videos of what I'll find the video and share as well in the correct video. So now it's green, it's not red. It says you can remove it to unstage it. See, it's using the stage now. You can remove it from this level and bring it back to where you were working on it if you don't want it. But you want to commit, do git log, and let's see what's happened here. Git log and add the file name, space, myself. Enter. There's nothing. Okay, nothing. You haven't committed anything yet. So now we're going to commit from that stage to another area. So all files that you're working on can stay in the working area. Some files can be moved to the staging area, and some files can then be committed into this one is what I want. Okay, so to commit is git commit, git space commit, tab, exactly. No, go back, remove the file, and you space -m.
-m.
Dash M.
Oh,
dash
okay.
M. Dash M.
M.
Yeah, and space. We need to go and learn about commit. Go and watch a video about git commit. Go and watch a video about git add. Go and watch a video about git status. Someone will 5 minutes teach you all of this, and you can play around with it. Okay. And then open inverted commas. So yeah. And type a message. This is my first git commit. This is my first git commit. And then close the enter. Good. So it has done a well. It's telling you, let me see. This is my first git commit. Your name and email address will be configured automatically based on you. File changed. Well, yeah, okay. So Git wants you to configure Git so that it knows you, and then it can add your details to commit. We haven't done that yet, but do git log. Now there's something. It's saying that an unknown person is now using the username of the machine you're using and the host ID. So it's default, because you haven't told Git who you are. By default, it's just using whatever the machine has. Okay, so if you want to configure Git to know your name, these are the commands that is given you. Said, okay, git commit dash global user dot name, and then you put your name. So you can copy the top one. This is not the top, the comment that you put in the middle. Yes.
Yeah.
Go up a little. Yeah.
Okay.
That one. Yeah. Copy the top one and put your name. So basically, when Git is recording changes and adding things, you want it to use your own details. The Git didn't come. The G at the beginning. You have a home button on your home button.
I'm new to this whole laptop, so.
Oh, okay. You need to play with it.
Yeah.
So remove and put your name in the commas. Just you need the inverted commas as well. And then put ABD, whatever your name is. Yeah. But then at the beginning of the line, there should be G. You didn't copy the G. So go back and
Have to go back.
No. Just left arrow.
Left. Oh, okay.
That's it. But if you had home button, you can just press home. It will take you to the beginning of the line. If you don't play with these things, you will not know the tricks.
So just G. Okay,
G,
yeah.
And enter. So now it's recorded that the name of the person that I need to be adding to every commit on stuff is called ABD. This is not the scope of the training today, but I just wanted to do this so that you see something. And then copy the next one, which is git configure global, your email address. You can put anything you want. It shouldn't be, it's not going to send you an email to verify, but it's just going to use this information. So if you go to a company and you're working, your configuration has to be the proper one, because if you go to GitHub, this is the information it will put there. You can put your email. It can be anything, but basically make it the real one. well,
Okay.
To ABD Abdullah, whatever.
Okay.
So git config is something you can go to YouTube and watch. Guys, everything you're seeing here, don't see it as small things. They all have the whys and how. Okay, so now you've configured your so do git status again. There's not, git status will tell you that there's nothing, everything is up to date. Yeah, there's nothing to commit now. You haven't got anything in the staging area or the working area to be able to push to anywhere. So you're clean. If you do git log again, it will tell you where your head is. See, the first commit, we used all your stuff. Okay, so now let's make changes to the file. Okay, let's make changes to the file.
Pardon?
We're going to make changes to the file. We're going to use a program called Vim. Okay, Vim. To open the file, the file that says myself. So vim space myself, and that you can auto complete as well.
Yeah.
Tab. And then basically Vim will open it. So this is the file open. Like if you open a file and it's empty on Word, in Word document.
Okay.
This is it. So
And
here
we
we
have
can
to fill it up.
Yeah, but Vim, to use Vim is another tool that you have to learn. I use Vim a lot. There's another one, Nano, there's Vi, there's so many programs that you can use to edit files. It's a text editor. Today, we're not going to learn Vim, okay? We're going to use a graphical user interface, the benefits of Cloud9 to edit it, because I don't want to teach Vim today. So let's exit from here. I wanted you to know that you can open the file with Vim and then you can make changes. So to exit, you need to type escape : Q. Escape. No, you type insert. Escape is escape button. So escape button. Escape button.
Oh my God.
Escape.
Skip.
Do you have the escape
Yeah,
button?
I have the escape button.
Click it. Yes. Now you've escaped. Now shift colon. Yes, you see the colon is at the bottom there.
Yeah.
That means that Vim is now ready to take instructions. And then you can click Q, which is quit, Q, and enter. It's saying that you've done something to the file that it wants your permission
To override.
So to override the changes, you escape again.
Okay.
Or just do the semicolon again, shift colon. Yeah, and Q, and you have to add exclamation mark to this Q. The exclamation mark is the override. It's saying that I really want to make changes, these changes. I know what I'm doing, and just quit. Don't save the changes. See, it's gone. I only use this so that you know that there's Vim. You need to go and learn Vim. How to open, how to insert, how to add, how to find, and how to save Vim. Please, guys, okay? But today we're going to cheat. Use your mouse. We're not going to use, we're going to use the GUI to edit this file. So you see the pane on the left where it's got ABD folder on your left.
On my left, yeah.
Click it. You see the file is in there. So Cloud9 also gives you the GUI, graphical user interface of a Linux environment. Okay. Well, it gives you this. It's a test editor itself. So we are going to edit this file and add things to it. Okay. And as you can see, the first line, please add a line called introduction or contest. Yeah. Okay. Space. And write the context of what we're going to use this file for. You can enter and then add anything. I'm going to use this file to describe myself. No, and
an introduction to myself.
Yeah, enter first.
Okay.
I'll be using this file to describe myself to the team. Boom, that's it. Guys, I hope everybody is doing this. We are 9 minutes over, but we will finish and then we'll come and continue next tomorrow. Tomorrow we will not take too much time. We will just brush over whatever we've done and then go straight to the next stage. Right, that's it. And save. Control S will save. Remember, you are just using a Word document now. You can do everything the same way you do it in a Word document. So this one, I'm not teaching that one. So Control S to save your changes.
Control S, not saving.
Okay, go to File. There's a file on the top and save. Click Save. That's it. It's saved. Okay. You can close this page. So close it. Yeah. That's it. It's closed. Now, do Git status again. You see, we're going to make changes to the file. So Git will notice it and say, hey, you've made changes to the file. This file has been made changes to. Change not staged for commit. So we haven't even moved it to staging. So what if we don't want whatever the changes we did currently? It's giving you commands to do. If you want to restore, just do git restore and add the file name. So do that. Let's see. Git restore. And then myself, enter. Do git status again. It's gone. Now open the file again from that pane. What happened to the file after that? Boom, the changes you put there is gone. You told Git that you don't want those changes. So Git restore is something you're going to go and have to watch a video of. You think it's easy to come and drop the money? You have to know about it, guys. My point is, every little thing I tell you has something to do with it. So go and watch videos of it. Simple. If you go to Google now, you type Git restore, YouTube, it will tell someone has done a video about just Git restore, and it will explain things to you. Trust me, I'm not even joking. Okay. So now put the information back again. Remember, this all of the things you put there, because we didn't commit it, Git doesn't know about it unless you commit a change. Git, and if you delete it, it's gone. Git doesn't know about these changes anymore. Not sure if when you do Git restore, you can then go back again. No, because we haven't. This is where the stages come in. If you want Git to really know about the change and manage it, you have to put it in there. You have to commit it. So write again, contest. Let's do it again. Contest. Write it. I'll be using this file to do whatever.
Yeah.
That's it. It's okay. Don't write too much. We'll add more to it. So save it again. And then when you close it and go to Git and do Git status again. Spell status, yeah. Enter. It says, oh, there's been changes again. Now, we are not going to remove, restore. We are going to add. So Git add. No, you have to add the file, what you want to add, the name of the file. Look, Linux is like pidgin, speaking English. It's pidgin English. Charlie, make we do what? Make we do something, make we go. So Charlie, it's like Git add, it's broken English. Add what? You can't just say Git add. It's like it's a command, isn't it? Git add.
Yeah.
Add what? Think about those things. Okay. Now do Git status again. See, it's green. It says, okay, now you've moved this, it can be committed. So do Git commit -m space. It's, no, the minus is with the M.
Okay. M, like this?
No, it has to be with it, -m. Yeah. And then space, you're going to put a message, inverted commas. And then type, I just added contest. And then enter. Now do Git status again. You see that it will tell you that now I have full control and I've added all the changes to whatever. So now do Git log. See, 2 changes were committed. The latest one is when you added the contest. Remember, the message is important. If you don't add any message, you will never know what that commit was all about. But because we had, at that time, we had already changed, you added your name and your email, you also know who made that change. You get my point?
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is probably going to be it for today. I'd like everybody to be able to do this, okay? Have Git, create a file, play with it, go and watch videos. These are the commands. If you go to ChatGPT, we actually have done, let me go to ChatGPT again. Where is you? ChatGPT. I'll put the comment, what ChatGPT told us about learning Git and the roadmap. Today we done Git in it. We didn't clone. then git add, git commit, git status, and git log. Have you seen that we've done all of it? The next, tomorrow, we'll go on to git branches, git checkout, git merge, git remote.
You're just forgetting git config.
Oh, we did git config, but git config is not one of the things that you need to do. I don't think ChatGPT didn't even mention it. Yeah. So git configuration is different. So go and learn about git config. What is it all about? How is it going on? Remember, we haven't done anything in GitHub. What I mean is, all the work you're doing is only useful to you in your laptop now, in your machine. That's it. You have all the work that you're doing now. If this machine dies, all the work that you worked on is gone. Nobody knows about it. You haven't added it to a server anywhere. So this is your local, and this is where you are like local. You're working locally on a project all by yourself. If you want me to help you on that, then I need a copy of this. And I can actually add some more to it as well. I need a copy, and that's why I will pull yours, but I'll pull from somewhere. We'll talk about it tomorrow. So please make sure that you've watched videos and probably practice. You can delete this folder, the ABD folder. You can delete it and throw it away. Do another one, put a file in there, play around with Cloud9. Cloud9, don't be afraid of Cloud9. Break it. If you break it, it doesn't work anymore. Throw it away. Create a new one. That's the reason why I said let's use Cloud9. You go to AWS Cloud9, you can delete it. It will go, and then create a new one. It will come up again with nothing on it. Start afresh. Practice, guys. Kofi, you think you can just go to Google and type the salary? A lot of people have done it. I bet you salary of a DevOps engineer in London, and you see, ooh, you think it's easy? You have to know a lot. When I say know about it. As I said, you don't need to know how to do all of it, but you need to know about it. Okay, and without Git basics, at least, forget. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So we will call it a day today. It's been 2 hours, very long 2 hours.
A very challenging 2 hours.
Very challenging 2 hours. If you don't practice everything we do, remember, don't expect that next week we're going to come back and we'll be doing the. I'm not going to be practicing this with you. No. This week, while you're at home, when you get time, 1 hour, 2 hours, you open Cloud9, you go there, go and play. Watch videos, go to YouTube. Someone will tell you what to do. Do it. Practice. Practice. Okay. Right. Let me stop share the recording. Wow, 2 hours, 30 minutes. Oh, it's too much.